Hey, welcome everybody. Christina Merkley, and it's what is it here? Our public visual satsang. So this is number 56, I believe. I'm just going to bring up the slides and share them, just give a quick overview. Can be seen, yes? Good, okay. So yes, it is number 56. So these are a drop-in place that I've been running since the pandemic came across North America. So been several years, as we know now, and it continues to unfold in our world. Meditation, we start with for 10 minutes. And then what happens is what's called reports. So people have been here before and have had unfolding things occur from the work and other things they're doing in life. Sometimes there's reports. They luckily fill us in on what's been happening and what's been going on. And then we just find our way. These are spontaneous, they're emergent. So we just find our way about whoever's present and whatever's up for you at this point in time. Anything is welcome. And we move into what are called arisings. And then it's spontaneous inner work. This is non-dual. So again, everything is welcome, oneness. We just find our way, and it's kind of magnificent every time. Things are recorded and they're posted onto YouTube. I've got a channel there under Shift It Coach. I said this already in terms of oneness, but another way to look at it is left brain, right? Mind always shows up. The mind or the doer. So left brain is welcome, but ideally married with, coupled with the right brain, right? So intuition, the feminine, knowing, etc. The heart and the belly. I love that little embrace between the two sides of the brain, that little graphic there, the two sides of ourselves. I am a long time, what's called a visual practitioner. So you'll see some of my doodling and stuff happening as we unfold. There are various maps. So, oops. I've got something called a visual coaching process called Shift It. So some of these maps may, depending on what appears in our container today, I may pull them out and meet what's going on, or may just work with blank paper electronically. But I've got 40-something different maps. And with the new program I'm doing with Annika Lucas, more are being developed. So amazing work going on with projection and lots of deep inner work and power dynamics. I will put this link into the chat. I have made a collection of tools available for people who drop by. These, I'm just looking for my page. Darn it, I thought I had it up, but I don't have it up here. If anybody's, I wonder if I can. It's a view, I can't get to it here, so. Sorry, I like to have it up. I can put it in the chat, but I unfortunately don't seem to have that handy. So hopefully you're a quick typer. And if anybody finds it, you can stick it into the chat for me at shiftitcoach.com/community support/maps. And you'll find a whole page there. So as we go along, depending on the map we're using, you can find it there if you care to. Not necessary, but it is there on that page. And speaking of the shifting the power with love with Annika Lucas starts next week. Amazing group is gathering for that. Looks like are at 50. We'll probably have more, so maybe it'll tap out around 50 to 60 people. Annika is originally from Belgium, so the European contingent is very strong. Most of my programs we have sprinklings from Europe and Australia, et cetera, but not so heavy. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's not just from the European perspective, of course, but it's going to be quite remarkable. So goosebumps as I say that. You can find information on my site, shiftedcoach.com/shifting the power. And right now we're about to do a public visual satsang. I do have a private one coming up. So those happen throughout the year. I have one that's wrapping up. And so in a couple of weeks after that, a new one will start. And so you'll find that information at shiftedcoach.com visual satsangs starting March 18th, 16 sessions. It'll be Saturday morning Pacific time. And you can imagine, you'll see what unfolds here in the public one, gives us a sense and a taste of it. And just, again, really remarkable to go over that length of time with the same people. So you really get to know one another and understand the human experience in a deeper way through the forms of people there, and our own, of course, too. And save the date. We'll dive in here soon enough today to see what's present. And I always like to set the date for the next one. And so the date for the next one is Saturday, March 4th. And I'll do that 10 a.m. to noon Pacific. I like to change up the days and the times because we get people from around the globe. So that'll be the next one on a Saturday. Okay, so that gives you hopefully the context a bit here. It's very experiential. So I never know, because we're all going to co-create it, what's going to happen, but it gives you a general sense of the container. And so now we just slip into 10 minutes of meditation, just to ideally meet stillness. If you're not comfortable with meditation, then anything that would help you to kind of relax and ground, etc. And I'll meet you back here. I will mute myself and set a timer so I don't get lost in stillness. And then you'll hear just a soft welcome, welcome, which will be our clue to kind of bring us back from stillness and enter into whatever wants to co-create here today. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. We just make our way back from stillness or wherever you went. And as we come back, just kind of grounded in and just seeing what's present now. There may be a report, there may be a rising, and we'll just spontaneously meet it and see where we go.
I can start. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Lena.
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. And actually don't have much really. As you know, Christina, last few years have been pretty rough. Last year was not very good, but I feel like I'm in a very good place this year. And I have just decided to surrender right now to life and the flow of life and do whatever comes instead of craving the next thing or worrying about what's happening or trying to rescue my dad or, you know, all these things that have been going on in my life. And I'm having a good time. And I'm doing a lot of studying work. I'm deepening some shamanic studies that I've started. And so I just feel like I'm in a very good place right now. Life is good. And I don't know, I just was called to come here. And so that's why I'm here today.
Yay, wonderful.
Yay.
Yeah. The other side of the polarity is welcome.
Finally.
Finally. Yeah. Beautiful. Yes, that's all welcome here. Hi, Dad, not being rescued in his own process.
Well, we moved him here to Toronto finally.
You accomplished it. Yeah.
Accomplished it. Everybody, like my mom died, and then I had to get my dad here, you know, after 2 years. But he's thriving.
Oh, yay.
Beyond my wildest dreams. So I can focus on my life now. Yeah, things are good. Can't complain.
Congratulations. Yeah. That mission accomplished. Yeah, Tick. Yay. Nice to see you on the other side of it, and how wonderful to hear your dad's thriving after the move. Yay. Nice report. Thanks, Lena.
I'm not sure if this is where I would ask, but I had kind of a bomb dropped on me today.
Aww.
And I was just having a hard time processing it. And I was hoping you could provide some guidance to that.
By all means, shall we just move right in and welcome the bomb?
Is that okay?
Yes, totally okay. That's what it's all about. I'm just going to screen share and just know I'll be taking notes as we go, right? So hopefully it's a way to help you meet what you're meeting. And we're all here for backup, Darci, all here for you. Okay. So I'm just going to draw the bomb. And just know we go to whatever level you care to share. We don't even have to know details. We can just meet it at the energetic level. We'll find our way with it, okay?
Okay.
Is there any particular color you like?
Blue.
Okay, I'm going to do a deep blue here. Bomb dropped on me. Now I'm going to just be saying a couple of various phrases or sentences or suggestions and stuff, right? You're guiding everything. And so as I kind of put these on the coffee table, so to speak, up to you about whether you want to pick them up and kind of apply them inside.
Okay.
And if you do, then sometimes things happen, right? So you're just going to let me know, like a reporter or translator, what's going on the other side. And that guides us, right? So your consciousness is fully guiding this. So this is a big one. So again, you got back up here, and it's all sounds like it just happened. So
yeah,
and it's okay if these words you have an aversion to them, but just hello, bomb that just got dumped on Darci, and for you, you would on me. You are welcome here because it's here.
Okay.
And there's probably a dislike, right? So let's go right into the dislike. I'm going to guess most bombs we kind of dislike. So just agree with the dislike or whatever the reaction is, right? Or just, of course we don't like it. Who likes getting a bomb? And depending on the nature of the bomb, right, it's going to have all sorts of ripple effects. So just agreeing like, yikes, no thanks, right? Or your own translation of those words. So it's just probably a big old authentic no that falls right in the heels of that. So just seeing, no rush, nothing needs to happen, right? But just the bomb being dropped and probably the no, you might even be shocked. There might even not be no, there might be shock, right?
Yeah.
Anything you notice?
As anything I notice as far as
just anything that comes to you, a thought, a body sensation, as we're just doing your best to just, oh, hello, bomb.
Yeah. There's definitely a fear.
Okay. So we're just all, again, back up here for you. And just coming up to that fear.
Yeah.
You got backup, you got support. And just a look at it or just a little orientation towards it and just, oh, hello, fear, because it's here. Hello, fear.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm fine to, give whatever details, if, just to help with the process.
Yeah.
I have to move in about 45 days or so.
Oh.
And just I've had a lot of job transition stuff, and so I'm just I'm concerned about how to how to kind of, I've been kind of supported by, not supported, but I've been sharing a space with my sister, and that's gonna change now. And I'm not really sure as to, you know, where in this situation it's going to kind of work out. You know, just with not knowing where to go right now, and it being so quickly, and just it's a lot of change, and I'm just trying to be open and receiving of whatever is happening right now.
Okay, beautiful. A whole bunch just came out, so we're just gonna take it. Yeah, it's all welcome.
So that's kind of where my situation is, and
beautiful. So let's go to so all this cluster here. Thank you for the detail too. Yeah. So the move and the concern and your sister and the job transition and the trying to figure it all out and the trying to remain open and receive. I'm just going to welcome here the mind. And just the mind always comes with love, right? Because it's using its mind abilities to try to figure it out. And the mind also usually has, I do a little hand for it, the doer. And especially with something like this, with all the logistics, right? So just a deep love and appreciation to your mind and to the doer within you that wants to sort this all out. And just thank you, right? It's kind of jumping into mode here and scanning it all and maybe even getting its checklist and stuff, or wants to. You might not be able to. Yeah.
I'm definitely that person.
Okay, great.
Go to action.
Many
mode.
of us are.
Yeah.
And so we just want to love it because that's at its roots, it's love. It's worried love, right? So it loves you and it's worried and it's trying to do its figuring it all out, which only gets us so far. So, but we love it. We love it and thank it for its desire, and how nice to have a part of you that's so organized, right? And wants to jump into doing and stuff. So thank you for your services. And let's go a little deeper, because this open and receive, that's giving me a clue with the heart. And so, hello, heart, and maybe even belly is going to be there with the fear.
Yeah.
So we're just bringing in the full gang here, the full team. And they have their own perspectives and they have their own way of serving. So, hello, heart, you are welcome here. And hello, belly, you are welcome here. And they may actually have something to pipe up and say or be, and so just see if you notice anything as you bring the heart in here and you bring the belly in here.
Yeah, there's definitely like a heaviness or an ache in there.
Yeah. In the heart?
Yeah. Belly feels kind of empty and butterfly-like. So I think nerves and stuff.
Okay. And just agree, just awe to that heaviness, lots of compassion. The heart's got a heavy heart, understandably. So just, hello, sweetheart. Literally, sweetheart. And the heaviness, you're right. We don't like it. And then the belly in there with the emptiness and the butterfly and the nerves. Same thing with soothing. Just coming in and just, you're right, we don't like it. No thank you to the butterflies and the emptiness. That's uncomfortable. I just feel my own system kind of settle a little bit. So just tell me what's going on in yours when you're meeting them.
Like, I think it's like like you said, it's just my mind automatically is like, kind of being reactive and like, okay, like almost like a protection mode, like what needs to be done. But, what's the task at hand? very
Yeah,
task
good.
oriented person.
Yeah, yeah.
You
So,
know,
so what needs to be done? So mine. So it's kind of dominating, right? And it's
yeah,
jumping in there. What needs to be done? So. Oh yes, mind. Hello, hello. It just seeing. It may have some to-dos, right?
yeah,
And that might be wisdom. So we want to welcome and listen those. And seems like there's a heaviness in the heart and the emptiness of the nerves, right? That also needs some attending to alongside this doing and what needs to be done. So I said a whole lot there. So just see what unfolds as you're like, come back to the mind. The mind's like, forget about the heart and the belly. We got stuff to do here.
very much.
So
Very
thank
much.
you for your love, mind. You're right. Of course, you want to kind of push aside those other two and get into doing mode, because that's the only way it knows to be. And it's helpful.
Yeah,
It's handy
yeah,
to have those things.
yeah. I think also
And
part of it. Oh, go ahead.
yep, go ahead. No, you go. You're leading.
Well, I think the other factor is just I feel like there's a conflict happening inside, and
Okay.
and I don't know if part of it is how I feel about the situation with my sister, and just I know that I feel that there is like a kind of a breakaway that's maybe she wants and stuff, and I'm trying to honor that, but it's also like just trying to process that in addition to everything else. And I don't feel like I received a very straightforward type of response.
Confusion.
Yeah, and yeah, definitely confusion, but I think that there was like, in kind of me asking, well, is this something that, do you want your own place? And it was more of like, well, I figured it would just happen that way. I just figured we would go our own ways. So it wasn't really like a direct answer. And I feel like there's underlying reasoning, but it's neither here nor there. It's her life.
Just agree with it, because it's uncomfortable,
Yeah.
right? And it's probably true. It sounds like you got conflicting messages, and the mind and probably the body too, the heart and the belly are would like clarity, would prefer clarity. So that there's confusion and conflicting information and just indirectness. So just agree with it. Yeah, we don't like that. That's not fun.
Yeah.
Most human beings don't like that, right? And so the
No.
flip of it is going to be the clarity. And what's the opposite of a mixed message? I guess it's clarity. Is there anything else?
Yeah. I think honesty.
Yeah,
Directness.
beautiful. Yeah, excellent. And so we're just going to agree, yeah, we like this other side of the polarity. Yes, please, to clarity, to honesty and directness. And you can also, because we're working with consciousness at one level, right? You can do a little psst and like direct it into your field, like, hey, come on in here, right? There's a longing that's naturally arising out of these circumstances. And there might be other things that this longing is connected to as well.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the heck is going on, there's this desire for clarity and honesty and directness to show up more. And so you're just inviting it in. Yes, please, you're welcome here. Come on in. The metaphor I always get in my mind with this often is like in the airplanes, right? The hangars, the guys with those little flags, that are kind of bringing them in, like, come on, park that big thing here, right? So same thing for clarity, honesty, and directness. Come on in, here's the gate, right? Through the gate of view into the field of view.
Yeah.
And so as you kind of put out that clarion call to that essence, just see what happens. Does it hear your call, and does it want to come and respond to your invitation to come a little closer? It's okay if it can, or if it does it partial, or if there's any buts. Just noticing as you invite in, hey, clarity, honesty, and directness, you are welcome here. Come on in, occupy, stretch on into my life and my field and my circumstances. Anything you notice as you invite them in.
I think it is like a yeah, but type of thing, where it's like, it's, I feel like there's like a certain control that I'm trying to have with it.
Control. Yay.
Yeah.
Wonderful seeing. Yeah. Wonderful seeing. So we have to follow the layers, right? And so here's the control. And so just meeting and doing this work with Annika Lucas and controllers is one of the big parts in there for all of us, right? So we're just welcoming that natural tendency to want to control. And often it's about keeping us safe and all that kind of stuff and things known. So just, oh, hello, control, and the desire to control it all. It's a little apprehensive or something about your longing for clarity, directness, and honesty. Uh-oh, I might not be able to control things if I invite those in. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's where it goes back to. It's just, it's just trying, kind of, I guess, appreciating that I can't control what, how others are going to approach this, and I kind of can't be concerned with that part of it, even though it does hurt, to not receive that kind of honesty.
Right, exactly. So it's you're going, oh yeah, I won't be able to control. So this comes with stuff, and to be able to receive it, So just agreeing with all that, very wise, right? As you're meeting it and the elements and the nuances of control and what that means, connected with clarity, honesty, and directness. Just agreeing, absolutely right, very wise. Yep, when that stuff comes, I may not be able to control it all or get it in the way I want or only the stuff I want.
Yeah, there was a little bit of tightness in my throat with that too.
Let's go there and just welcoming that tightness in the throat. It's going to be that throat chakra. That's where honesty and everything lies, right? Right there in the throat. And just like real sweet compassion for the throat and that tightness. Aw. And it can be, we can just reassure it. We're here, we're listening. It's safe. And it doesn't have to do anything it doesn't want to do, right? So you're not going to, the suggestion would be to not push anything into doing something it's not ready to do. So just wanting to be really sweet with that tightness in the throat. Of course. You've got your own pace. You've got your own time. And anything it communicates back to you or anything you notice.
I think it's kind of saying it'll be okay.
Aw, how nice. Yeah, so just receiving its message. It'll be okay. Yay, good to know. Yes, please.
I know change is hard. Yeah, change is hard. And,
it's true.
It's all this.
That's true.
It's not easy.
It's not. Yeah, just agreeing. That's very wise. Change is not easy. How wise. You're right. Aw. And just that inner compassion and inner warmth.
Like I'm trying not to be overreactive with my tasking, because that's immediately where my head goes. Where I'm so task oriented that I just want to react and be like, okay, let's start packing.
Yeah.
And let's try to find a new place. Blah 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 blah. But that's where it goes to, and I'm trying to just honor myself in processing it and just trying to
There you go.
figure out, you know, it's just trying to figure out the next steps. But that's my task mind.
Yeah,
sure.
you're absolutely got it. You got it. So the mind's even understanding its pattern.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So your intellect had just kind of beautifully observed it all. The witness was able to articulate it all. So just agreeing, you're right. Yep, that's usually our go-to. That's our first reaction, and you're not making it wrong because that's a lot of love, right? It's a lot of worried love and coping mechanism and practicality, right? All good stuff. And as you've met this bravely, step by step, now the other side of it's coming on too, right? Of the processing it and meeting it and slowing down a little bit and comforting yourself. Yeah. Honoring yourself.
Yeah. just taking it all in right now.
Yeah, just be right with the honoring self. That this is really big. So just yes, please, to the taking it all in. No rush, right? We're right on it right now. This is so it. Honor self. Everybody can parallel process and honor their own selves and honor Darci's self here as she's meeting this. Yes, please, to honoring myself. Yes, please, to slowing down and just taking a red hot minute here to be with the various aspects of self here. You are fearful or a little bit shocked or.
And I think that's where like that's where that struggle feels like, where it's you know, kind of which I think always happens is that my mind and heart are just kind of boxing right now.
Yeah, we see that a lot here.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of laughter and smiles and head nods going on. Yes, a lot of connecting heads and hearts, right? And so just agreeing about that natural kind of conflict and the longing to shift that battling it out thing to working in partnership, because the head has a heart and the heart has a head, right? It's got a brain. So it's like the yin yang in both of them. So just see as you're kind of introducing them, hey guys, hey, whatever the pronoun might be, let's work together. Hey, let's introduce to each other. We can work with. See how they respond to that. It's okay, however they do.
Yeah. And I, you know, if I think I have to kind of be that, you know, the mediator somehow, some way of just
beautiful. Yep.
Kind of letting them work things out in their own time, but kind of bringing them both back in.
Yes, please. Yeah. So that other aspect of your consciousness that can do that, there's the mind, there's the heart, and the mediator can work with both of them and kind of bring them together. Yes, please.
Just, you know, allow myself whatever emotions there are, but it's kind of like it's a balancing act.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Where, you know, because there's still there will be things that need to be happening. And there will be emotions that need to be processed, and you know, I want to not overreact in both aspects. Is kind of my thought.
What's the flip? What's the flip of overreaction? What's the other side of the polarity? If you don't want overreaction, what's the longing?
If I don't want to overreact.
Yeah. The pattern is to kind of overreact.
Yeah.
Or the fear is of overreacting. And so what's that point you to? What's the desire then? What's the flip of overreacting?
Remain calm.
Yay! Yay! Yes, please, to remaining calm. Yeah. And not making it wrong when there's moments you aren't, but that's what's coming out of this is there's a desire for the mediator to arise more within you. and to have this collaboration between the mind and the heart. And both of them get their due because they're both valued, right? They both work for you in their own unique ways.
Yeah.
And a calm coming in as they collaborate more and they both do their things. You've got them both working away on this unfolding dilemma here. Yes, please. That brings more calm. Yay. Wouldn't that be nice? Yes, please. So you're just inviting calm, and we could do the same thing with honoring self. We're just inviting them just like the other ones, right? Hey, come on into the hangar here, right? Come on in, calm. Come in, honoring self. Come in, the mediator. And we're just, you can, if they want to come in, you can suggest they root down, or they might want to rise up, or they might want to expand out. They might have their own intelligence. So just see, as you're inviting them to kind of come on in and embody more through the form of you. How do they respond to the invitation, and what's their own intelligence? They'll know as they come in how they want to move.
Yeah. I just got to see them both sitting down at the table, like
Yay.
on either end.
Yay, that's awesome. Yay. Yes, please.
Like, okay. Like,
They're at the table together. Yay, good news.
yeah. Yeah, just like that.
That's beautiful. That's a really good sign. Yay. Thank you for coming. Yes, please. Sitting down at the table. Both sides are welcome. Both sides bring so much unity.
And they're just kind of waiting for me to like allow them to step in
Yeah.
as like kind of with my direction.
Yes, please, to that. Wonderful aspects of you at the ready to help and assist, waiting your direction. Yeah.
Because I think they understand that it's a lot just for the time frame.
Yeah.
And I think that's, I think that's what just kind of gets me the
Okay,
most
that's
is
the next layer we're going
timing.
to. Now it's like, oh, wait a second, we got 4 to 5 days, right? So it's kind of getting okay with the whole thing, but now it's the time. So just agree that's 4 to 5 days is a tighter kind of frame. It's not 4 days, so that's good.
That's true.
So
That's a
4
bad
to 5
thing.
days, so just welcoming in the concern about time. That would be natural, especially probably more for the mind, right? And the doer. But heart's got a different, belly's got a different thing with time. So just we're meeting that concern that the mind naturally has about time, and just being really sweet. Aw, you're right. You're kind of worried about that, huh? 45 days. And just see if the other partner has anything to say about that. What's the heart's relationship to time?
It doesn't understand it. It's like, to me, it's going to happen. Like, it's going to process how it's going to process. There's no time limit on their end. I think they know that it's all going to be okay. And, when it's all going to work out is in the best way that it's going to work out. And there's plenty of time to process.
Yes, please, to that. Thank you. Thank you. And once that doer gets let loose, right? Woohoo!
Yeah.
It can get to packing and doing all that. It'll be like a pent-up racehorse. It can just apply itself. Yeah. And then, so wonderful, right? The heart really gets it about timelessness. Plenty of time here. Yay. Thank it for its wisdom. Yes, please. Good idea. We like it. Ah, wow, such beautiful territory. So just see, I think you might be there, but just see if there's anything else that comes up, or just inviting all that balance to come in and that calm to come in, continue to ripple through you. And that both of them at the table, the mind and the heart.
There's a little bit like of a waving, about kind of a wave happening. I don't know if it's just like a little bit more of a calmness, just not as tight, I guess. It's hard to describe, but
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. The shorthand would be, does it feel good or does it not feel good? So it sounds like if it's not as tight, it's feeling better.
yeah, it's not as tight, and it's just kind of allowing them to just kind of be at the table and be there for each other, and and for me.
Nice. Yay, yes, please. So just welcoming that wave. Yay.
Yeah.
Riding those waves, bobbing up and down with it. Yeah, they're together and they're working it out and processing it out.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think,
please.
and I think just releasing whatever is happening on the other side with my sister is just needs to
That's beautiful.
be part of that.
Yeah, so releasing, yes, please. Good idea. Just kind of letting go some of that control thing too, right? In the hands and wanting to shape it. Let it go, non-attached. Releasing. Inviting that. Good idea.
And I think just allowing the data to process things, just to kind of that kind of calmness, just let everything just kind of settle into itself.
Beautiful. Such wisdom. You're right. Good idea. Thank you. We like it. Lovely. And just thank them all. They've all shown up here, right? All these different aspects as you've met them. Just process beautifully and just thank them for their love.
Okay.
Good job, everybody, everything. Consciousness at large. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful satsang. Thank you.
Okay.
And hang around. I'll just check in with you on the end too. And probably whatever next is going to emerge will also be some parallel processing. Sometimes it's nice to put a title. So just see if your mind and or your heart have a title to put on this. What's the title for this wonderful journey that you just did?
You got this.
You've got this? Yay. Yes, please to that. And folks, as you're parallel processing, feel free to use the chat if there's anything you want to communicate with Darci or thank her for the parallel processing, etc. I'll get this mapped to you, Darci, so you have it. Yeah.
Thank you.
And you're welcome back at any time so we can hear reports about how things
Of course.
Yeah. I'm going to give this a quick save. And just deep appreciation for the mind and the heart for already coming in so beautifully here in satsang. And they're at the table. Yes, please. And calm and honoring self, balance, allowing, settling. Ooh. Wonderful essence to grace us here in satsang. Thank you. Thank you. Parallel processing often goes on. So just, and sometimes we have different processing than what's actually happening right in front of us. That's okay too, because we're all built in different ways, lined up in different ways. Lots of understanding of this things in the human experience though too. So we'll just kind of meeting this. We don't rush too fast to the next thing. We just see what next unfolds here with just real lots of appreciations, Darci, for what you just brought in here into the container. Thank you. Beautiful. Courageous, just shows up and jumps right in. Yay. We like to take care of bombs. Nice.
Thanks for helping diffuse.
Yeah, yeah. My honor. And then we just kind of come back into the group together and we just see now what, right? Sometimes it might be piggybacking, something that showed up in the midst of Darci's work. And so we'll just see what unfolds next. What's here? Might still be more reports, or it might be another arising. Any more bombs? Yeah. You had packing and moving and all that sort of thing going on, Dolly. Yeah. Are you trying to unmute? Yeah. Oh, I can unmute you. Probably. Let me see. I can ask you to unmute. That might help. Yeah, I can't unmute you either. Now you're frozen. There's another device coming in. Let's get her in.
Can you
Aha.
hear me now?
You did it. Yeah.
I had to go into privacy and settings and all that stuff.
Oh boy. Yeah.
And then it disconnected me. Darci, that was, wow. Something came up for me this weekend. Darci is actually a very dear friend of mine. We celebrated my birthday over the weekend, and it was like 4 days of processing a lot of stuff, and that was the intention. And what came up was just sort of noticing the difference in how she and I do things. And it just reminded me of this sort of space that I've been in for so many years of not necessarily accepting how I am. It's like everything always looks greener on the other side. And, but, you know, as I'm taking like my classes, my energy classes, I'm really learning a lot of what I have to offer and the power that I hold within myself. and how I feel like I've always just, I don't know if the word shun is the right term for it, but it's like I've always seen it as not enough.
Mm.
And now I'm realizing like how powerful it actually is. And I feel for the girl who didn't see it that way for so long, you know, and I'm coming up on 50, like, you know, I mean, I'm 47, and I feel like, what have I been doing?
Aw. Let's go meet her. Meet her and comfort
I
her.
would like to.
Yeah. So not wanted. What color do you want?
I don't even know.
I'll pick green.
Okay,
Give me green.
that was what was coming up, and I was like, no, that's probably not right.
Well, you came up strong. Okay. So not wanted. Oops. I have my wrong thing on here. One sec. And the flip of it, the polarity of it is wanted, right? And you're really talking about self too. Your self doing this, of course, is going to be outside too. It all kind of starts there, but just of course we don't like this not wanted stuff and this pattern conditioning, whatever that's played out.
Yeah.
And yes, please, to this newfound wanted, right? Receiving yourself and honoring your own individuality and uniqueness, etc. And then, you know, the pain comes up of all the time here, and maybe there's multiple yous here, different ages, different circumstances here, maybe even little baby ones or whatever, all those sweet little orphans. So from this now wanted self, you can beam it back. Come here, or I'm here, we're here. You'll find your own line as you kind of reach out to them across time and find them where they're hidden in all their nooks and crannies. And your big mama self just kind of gathers them up and pulls them close and is being with them. And you understand because you were them, so you understand what it's all about, all their different circumstances. And you've got big backup. You've got the Sangha here. You've got your future self. You've got different allies all behind you. So you can just really beam love to them. And if they care to be, you know, the shorthand word would be rescued. Come here, come here. You don't have to stay here anymore. Come join us where it feels so much different with this wantedness.
It's rescue is an interesting word because I felt that my whole life, just this want to be that.
Well, then now here it is.
Since I was a little girl.
Yeah. So the rescue is you. You're the future self. You're now coming back and you're now completing the rescue. Sorry it took me so long. I'm here. I'm here.
And what comes up is just, I've got you.
Yay. I was going to ask you, what's the sentences? What's your authentic thing that you say to them? I got you. Good. So just say that. I got you. You come on here. I got you. I'm here to rescue you. How do they respond?
It's like the little ones have their arms up and open.
Aw.
Like they've just been waiting.
Mm-hmm. So go pick them on up and cradle them and bring them close and tuck them to your heart. Good job. Good job. So they were the easy ones.
They were definitely the easy ones.
And we start with the easy ones, right? The so-called low-hanging fruit. Aw, sweethearts, you're all welcome here. We got you. We got you.
Teenage self is a little distrusting.
Yeah, yeah. There's normally some ones that understandably have their own stuff. So just coming up to the teenage ones, what do you want to say to that distrust? What do you communicate to her?
That I am now a safe space.
How's she respond to that?
Just looking at me
Yeah.
like a side eye.
Welcome to the teenage side eye. Yeah. Yeah. Very wise. Yeah. Because you got to earn it, right? She's understandably like, I'm not just going to jump right on in there. You got to kind of prove me that you're capable. You can actually do it. So just see how you respond to that. What's your natural big mama energy back to her side eye? Take all the time you need, kid. I'm right here.
I'm apologizing to her.
Yay. Yeah.
I'm apologizing to her also for not acknowledging her power.
Yeah.
And not listening to her.
Mm. How does she respond?
Her face is softened.
Ah, okay. Authentic apology is being received. Yay. Just bringing her close at her own timing. Come on in. I got you too. Thank you for receiving my apology. Thank you for understanding, giving me a chance. So sorry.
She stepped forward.
Wow, brave one.
My 20-some-year-old is what came up is she's sobering up.
Now we go to the young woman. So same thing as you come in and you have to treat a young woman in a different kind of way. So what's your natural? What do you say or how do you respond to her?
That I love her regardless of anything and everything. That it just doesn't matter. The mistakes don't matter. That I can love her with full compassion and understanding.
Beautiful. Yes, please.
And then I'm sorry that I wasn't there, that I checked out.
How does she respond?
Accepting. And she's coming along.
That's big of her too. Just thank you. Thank you. You're all so welcome here. Just seeing if there's anybody else. Another aspect of yourself.
It's my 30s.
Hello, 30s.
And I'm apologizing to her too for abandoning her.
Mm.
I'm just letting her know that she didn't deserve that.
How does she receive that?
She's listening.
Yeah, that's big that she's listening. Yeah, she's sticking around to listen to you, so that's something. Yeah.
Yeah. She's going through the inventory.
Mm. She's got a mind and a doer that's got it all checklist out.
But what about this? But what about that?
So what do you say about that? She's pointing out things. So
And I'm just telling her I didn't know any better.
yeah.
And I didn't think that we deserved any better at the time.
Wow. Yeah.
But then I know better now.
Yay. Aw. So sorry.
She's hugging me.
Oh, yay. Wonderful reunion with two women. Together and understanding and love.
My 40-year-old self is saying, what took you so long?
And what do you say back?
That I'm here now.
Mm-hmm.
And that I did the best that I could.
Mm-hmm.
And that I can be her now. And that I'm ready for her now.
Mm.
And I'm ready to own it. And not run away.
Mm. And her response?
She stepped in.
Mm. Thank you her for that. Her joining you and the other women and the young women and the children all coming home. Thank you. Thank you. You're all welcome. Pulling back our energy. Unifying it. Come home within me.
It feels like an integration.
Yes, please.
I think there's butterflies in the stomach and like a sinus. Pain.
Did you say you just turned 50?
No, 47. I'm just saying I'm now on that end.
Yeah, so the future, yeah, the good old milestone. Yeah. So we're just welcoming that. We're just welcoming, I just get this sense, here's your future self too. There and beyond, just beckoning. And as you integrate, and I'm not sure, we need to check with the sinuses to see what's up there. That might just be release, right? And just agreeing, good idea, releasing it. But just see if there's any yeah, but going on in the sinuses, the integration.
It's moving to my stomach.
Ah, okay. And then just following that layer, hello, stomach. There's the belly. The belly's coming online. See if it's pleased with what's happening or if it has yeah buts.
It's like my heart and my belly. It's like my heart and my solar.
Yes, please. There's your power center. Yes, please.
And the memory came up, of me when I was much younger, that I couldn't wait. I could not wait to be older.
Ah, okay.
I thought it would be so much easier.
Oh, right. Aw, come here.
Now we're here.
Here you are. Here you are.
Now we're here.
Now we're here. And it is easier when the belly and the heart and the head all come online and come connected into partnership, right? So, and that's all starting to happen here. That's coming online. Integration is happening. So yes, please. And just being sweet. Yeah, it's okay. We're a work in progress. That's what happens. It's a whole ongoing thing in life. And how's the heart and how's the solar plexus?
It's coming down, and I just had this vision of all of us huddled together, our arms over each other.
Yes, please.
And it's all quiet. I mean, there's still a little bit here. It does feel like drainage.
Yeah, so just yes, please to the release and the drainage and all that pressure and stuff, letting go, releasing. That may continue for a while. So yes, please. Just all of them coming together into that wonderful gaggle together. Yes, please. Yes, please. All here. Good idea. We like it. And how wonderful, on the way to 50. So them all coming together and integrating in. Yes, please. And probably so much that will occur as a result of that, whether it's through your performing and expressing and communicating or through some other creative form. Or just in your being. Doesn't have to be doing.
What's funny is that I've realized when I was first coming on to talk to you, was that about allowing myself to be the beer rather than the doer, because I'm not the doer. I'm more of the one who enjoys just the beingness and accepting that about myself.
Lots of need for beers. Yes, please. Just inviting that to come on in, that beingness, right? And that centering on in, just inviting it, whistle it on in and just see if it responds to the invitation and if it wants to root down or expand or rise up. It has its own intelligence. So just notice as you're, come on in, come inhabit me, being. Is it a smooth entry, any yeah buts, or what do you notice? Just kind of stretch on out, come on in, stretch on out, anchor in. So such a need for being in the world. Good medicine. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's just my heart feels full.
Oh, yes, please. That's good. Yes, please, to a full heart. Just coasting with that. Mm.
My hands are tingling.
Mm.
Like it's a good feeling.
Well, and the hands are normally the doer, right? So they're tingling. They like the being. Yes, please. Tingling fingers with the being and you being with energy work, right? It's all in the being. You do your do through the bee. How wise. Yes, please. You're welcome here. We like it. And just even also, you got the personal going, but just if you care to, you don't have to. But hey, here you go, collective, right? Through the form of Dolly, anchoring in being in the fullness of the heart and just radiating that and transmitting that, because that's just medicine. Medicine for you, medicine for all of us here, medicine for the world at large. Yes, please. Shifting the power with love. Right here. This is it. Love.
That's what it feels like. Oh, my heart is happy.
Yay.
Yeah. Wow.
Title?
For that. Happy heart.
Yeah. Beautiful. Orphan rescue.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's give my title up here. Happy heart. Again, we can use the chat if there's anything you want to communicate to the beautiful orphan rescue work. Dolly.
Thank you so much for that.
My sincere pleasure. Thank you so much for that.
Oh.
No rush. We're just basking in that ripple effect, and I can certainly feel it in my own heart. And just see what wants to naturally unfold from here. How are you, Darci? Said I would check back in, so now I'm instantly pulled to you as you popped up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, that was beautiful for starters. Little bit of indigestion, so I'm honoring that as whatever release is happening, or I just need to eat. But I'm gonna go with the former.
Yeah. Often
But,
it shows up in the belly. Yeah. So as it's moving around and processing things out. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm just kind of just letting things lie for right now. I'm just trying to remain in that calm for now,
Yeah.
and not.
Lower down. Just give a little attention to the belly. Maybe put the hands on the belly and just because it's been kind of up here, right? And you move
Yeah.
fast. There's a lot that happened, and there's a lot that just happened very fast too with Dolly. So woo, it's a bit of a altitude change, right? So just it might take a little second here for the belly, right? So just be really sweet with it. I'm here, I'm here. Just comfort it. You might get messages back.
It just burped, so it said thank you.
Oh,
I
good,
think.
good, good. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. That's always a classic sign of movement.
Yeah.
I used to, I trained in this modality called body talk. And so I'm a yawner. I process yawn. So I always have to warn clients that if I'm yawning, I'm not bored. It's actually the energy moving, right? And so, and then burps are the next really good one, right? So, oh, it's all good. It's, and if you have to go to the bathroom, yes, go do it, right? Because it's all part of the release. Yeah. So burps are welcome here. Good sign.
I'll
Releasing.
mute myself. They can be pretty powerful.
Okay. Processing along.
Dolly knows. She's heard them.
Good friends. And just the magnificence of the body, right? So the body knows, and so does all the emotions when we meet them step by step in their the Russian doll layers, right? How they're all beautifully designed. And as you meet them, it moves, it shifts, right? And then the body knows how to let go of that stuff as it recalibrates. Such wisdom. Magnificence, how it all works. Wow. Such intelligence. Just catching up on the chat. Hadn't read it. Nice, lovely support. Okay, we might be there for today. There's still time, so about 25 minutes. So if there's anything else that wants to rise, we can meet it and see what unfolds. Otherwise, we'll just pass around the mic and do closing comments and call number 56 a wrap. Yes, it's just kind of feeling a rampage of appreciation, just some of the yummy words that have been present here. So just the heart and the mind coming together in collaboration and respect, right? Respect for each of its talents and ways of processing and being and doing, right? They have their own modes. And the belly too, of course. And to teamship amongst them and to understanding and care, love, compassion, and the practicality of the mind when all those things are integrated and met. The next thing will emerge, right? The next doing or being, whatever's natural. Next step of that journey. Unfoldment. Also to Sangha, to being in true community. And that medicine, right? That's medicine individually, and it's for our group here, and we're all connected. So to all of it as well. Adding this particular medicine and dollop in. Yes, please. and the sweet orphans that get integrated in. Yes to rescues when they're ready. And yes to authentic apology. And apologies being received. Beautiful train. So we'll just pass around the mic, I think, and feel. Seems the natural thing to do. So we'll just go popcorn style. So whichever order it wants to go in, no rush. Any closing comments, any thoughts, any insights, anything that you want to do or be to complete?
Definitely
just
feeling the
feeling very
calmness. Hey. That's what happens. No, I was just gonna say like there's definitely a bigger calmness that is happening. You know, everything feels kind of at bay right now. So thank you for that,
Yes,
and everybody for holding
yes,
that
to
space.
Bay. Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
please to have Bay. Yeah,
Yeah,
buying a cushion and some time, and yeah, integration time. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yay to that. Yay.
Yeah. And thank
Good
you to the
news.
community for holding the space for that too.
Very much. Yeah, it's a co-creation here. Yeah. Thanks, Darci. Wonderful to have you come, and thank you, Dolly, for letting Darci know. Yeah. You want to go next, Dolly?
Yeah, I'm so grateful to you, Christina, for holding this and for everybody here. Thank you. And I'm going to say thank you to me for doing this for myself.
Yay. Yes, I was going to say right back at you. So I'm glad you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you.
For your beautiful vulnerability and to do that deep work. Allow others to witness. Beautiful.
That felt really deep.
Yes. Beautiful. Yeah. Lena, Francesca, any final words?
Sure, I'll share. I think Dolly and Darci, it's lovely to meet you on this satsang or this brief moment in time. But as I mentioned on the chat and earlier, like I was called to come here. And I think because there was things for me to process, certainly Darci, you know, I'm always in my head. So the great reminder that I need to drop down into my heart. And I'm trying to live from a more heart-centered place these days. And Dolly, like, I was just contemplating self-rejection this morning. And this whole week I've been contemplating that. I read something in a book and it just went boom, like that's what's been happening with me. And so I think that was a big share, and I want to go back and look at it again and do my own little rescue. I was doing it as you were going along, but there's more there, and that was very powerful for me. So glad that I could come today and witness. And thank you, Christina. It's always so great to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you for coming. Loved what you just said. Beautiful. I see the note in there from Francesca. So nothing to say, auditing the process. And thank you. Yeah, nice for you to drop by. Hopefully there's some parallel processing. Yeah. And I'll see you next week. Yeah. Okay, that's who we were today. So different every time. Different people drop by, different things happening and processing. Beautiful to see it unfold today. Thank you for the co-creation. I had my date there, so let me take a look at my slide again just to refresh that. Yeah, next date is going to be Saturday, March 4th from 10 a.m. to noon Pacific. And you are all, if you found your way here, that means you're on the list for the public visual satsangs. So we will send out, once we've processed the video and the maps, etc., we'll send out an email that you'll receive the recording and the maps. And you'll continue to receive reminders of when the next one is. We usually do a 2-week reminder, a week reminder, a day reminder, that sort of thing as we're drawing close. And that's how it just happens as we continue along. Yeah. Okay, take good care. Have a nice weekend. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Everybody.
Bye.